Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Nandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Gunja Bihari Chari Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Gunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivagachara Asutara Sisimad Abai Chanaravinda Bhaktivinoda Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananda Kuti Vaishnava Vrindam Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Khao Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pramatananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasar Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Mathura Dham Ki Ganga Mai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Puri Purushottam Dham Ki Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai Shri Gonitai Ki Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembly of the roses. All glories to the assembly of the roses. All glories to the assembly of the roses. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva naruttamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tatu Jayamudirayita Nasta Praisu Bhadrasu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. This is 4th Canto, Chapter 30, Text number 48, titled The Activities of the Prajetas. Text number 48. Teja Brahmana Desham Marisha Mupahimire Yasha Mahadava Jnana Ajanya Jana Yonijaha Teja Brahmana Adesham Marisha Mupahimire Yasya Mahadava Jnana Ajana Jana Yunijaha Teja Brahmana Adesham Marisha Mupahimire Yasya Mahadava Jnana Ajanya Jana Yunijaha Teja Brahmana Adesham Marisha Mupahimire Yasya Mahadava Jnana Ajanya Jana Yonijaha Translation. They, all the Prajetas, Cha also, Brahmana of Lord Brahma, Adishat, by the order, Marisham, Marisha, Upayamine, married, Yashyam, in whom, Mahat, to a great personality, Avajanat, on account of disrespect. Ajani took birth, Ajana Yonija, the son of Lord Brahma, Daksha. Translation: following the order of Lord Brahma, all the Prachetas accepted the girl as their wife. From the womb of this girl, the son of Lord Brahma named Daksha took birth. Daksha had to take birth from the womb of Marisha due to his disobeying and disrespecting Mahadev Shiva. Consequently, he had to give up his body twice. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In this connection, the word Mahat Avajanat is significant. King Daksha was the son of Lord Brahma, therefore, in a previous birth he was a Brahman. But because of his behaving like a non-Brahman, a Brahmana, by insulting or disrespecting Lord Mahadev, he had to take birth within the semen of a Kshatriya. That is to say, he became the son of the Prachetas. Not only that, but because of his disrespecting Lord Shiva, he had to undergo the tribulations of taking birth from within a womb of a woman. In the Daksha Yagya arena, he was once killed by Lord Shiva's servant, Vilabhadra. Because that was not sufficient, he again took birth from the womb of Marisha. At the end of the Daksha Yagya and the disastrous incident there, Daksha offered his prayer to Lord Shiva, although he had to give up his body and take birth from the womb of a woman impregnated by the semen of a Kshatriya. He received all opulence by the grace of Lord Shiva. These are the subtle laws of material nature. Unfortunately, people in this modern age do not know how these laws are working. Having no knowledge of the eternity of the spirit soul and its transmigration, the population of the present age is in the greatest ignorance. Because of this, it is said in Bhagavatam 1.1.10, Manda Sumanda Mattayu Manda Bhagya Hi Pradita. The total population in this age of Kali Yuga is very bad, lazy, unfortunate, and disturbed by material conditions. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumidam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So here you don't need a translation. No. Okay, very good. Here it's a very dramatic part of Srimad Bhagavatam. But within this drama, we can learn some lessons which can help us to advance in devotional service. So here, this is the story of the Prachetas, who were the sons of King Maharaj Prachinaparishat, who went to perform austerities for many years deep underwater. So of course you've been following this part of Srimad Bhagavatam. So in that way, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam or any source of knowledge, of information, according to learning theory, we get benefited in three ways. Or what we hear fits into three categories. One is that we gain knowledge, and number two, we gain skills, and number three is values. So knowledge means theoretical knowledge, like we are hearing about the Prachetas here. And then skills means we get the points which we are applicable in our lives. And then values means that we get to understand why such subject is important. So these are three things that we get to learn when we hear the scripture or we read the scripture. So number one here, we will recap. So this chapter, it consists of 51 verses, which are divided into three categories. From verse 1 up to verse 20, that's the first part. And then from 21 to 42, that's the second part. And then from verse number 43 to 51, that's the third part, if you went to Bhakti Vaibhava 2. So, here, in the first, this is now text number 48. And then here we hear how these Prachetas were blessed by the Lord. In the beginning, from verses 1 to 20, we get to hear of how Vidur is inquiring from Maitra Rishi as to how the Prachetas were benefited, or what did they achieve after meeting the Lord, or what did they achieve after praising the Lord by reciting the song that was composed by Lord Shiva. So after reciting these prayers composed by Lord Shiva, and then the Lord appeared before them. And then when the Lord appeared before them and hearing their prayers, so some of the prayers that they offered to the Lord, they glorifying Him and His incomparable association of His devotees. They requested the Lord that they may be always in the association of His devotees. So that way, we found that the Lord is blessing them, that they will enjoy great material life here on earth, also in celestial abodes for 1,000,000 celestial years. And then after that, He tells them that you will attain my abode. You'll go back home, back to Godhead. So that way, this is what comes before these verses here. Another point that we can note here is that Prabhupada in a purport in connection with the word Mahat Avagyanat. He says this word is significant. Why? Because King Daksha was the son of Lord Brahma. Therefore, in a previous life, he was a Brahmin. Because of his behaving like a non-Brahmana, a Brahmana, by insulting or disrespecting Mahadev, he had to take birth within the semen of a Kshatriya. This is very, very important. That we see that in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 16, the Lord describes the qualities of demons. How the demons think, this is mine, I shall enjoy. Whoever will poach on my preserves, I will kill them. And then in text number 21, Bhagavad Gita 16:21, Lord Krishna explains how one acquire the demoniac species. He says there are three gates that lead to this demoniac species: lust, anger, and greed. And then he advises that those who are aspiring for advancement should avoid these qualities because they lead to degradation. So Prabhupada is saying the same thing here, how Daksha was a Brahmin, but because of insulting Lord Shiva, he had to take birth as a son of Kshatriyas. So that's one point that we can learn here. Just like we hear in Bhagavatam about different demons, Dhenukasura, demons like Vyomashura, Keshi. These demons in previous lives, they were great personalities, and because of offending some elevated souls, they were cast to become demons. Like Keshi came to Vraj in a form of a horse. Where he was killed is near our temple in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram, Keshi Ghat. So Keshi had been an associate, or he was one of the demigods in the company of Indra in heaven. So, but inside he was desiring to steal the horse of Indra. So finally he got the chance to steal this horse. But Indra, because of his mystic powers, he could tell that this person has stolen my horse, and then he cursed him that will become a demon horse on earth. Yes, you become a demon on earth. So we see that many of these demons, even in Krishna book, they were cursed to become demons because of some offense that they committed. So here Daksha Maharaj, even though he is a son of Brahma, supposed to be a Brahmin, but he acted like a non-Brahmana. That's what Prabhupada is saying here. By insulting Lord Shiva. I think you know the story, how Shiva was in the Daksha Yagya, and everyone stood when Maharaj Daksha came to the Yagya, except Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. So he took offense because Lord Shiva was married to his daughter Sati, and then he considered him to be a son-in-law. As his father-in-law, he thought that he was superior to Lord Shiva, called him so many names. One who has eyes like a monkey, one who lives in crematorium, always associated with ghosts and hobgoblins. He was saying so many, so dirty. And I have given him My daughter, whose eyes are like a deer, his man has eyes like a monkey. Such is the arrogance of a father-in-law. Yes. So that way, if you are a son-in-law who is not productive, you'll be called so many names. This is the material road. So Lord Shiva didn't say anything, he went away. And then again, he insulted Lord Shiva in his absence to his wife Sita, who attended another yagya. And then after that, Lord Shiva's servants came, and Virabhadra caught hold of Daksha and chopped off his head, and later he was given the head of a goat. You see, because of his goat-mindedness. So then again he took birth now as the son of the Prachetas. So this is a point Prabhupada is making, that even great personalities, they become degraded if they offend saintly people, or great personalities like Lord Shiva or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So why is this? This is explained in the Bhagavatam 3rd canto, in chapter 20, verse number 18. It says that in the beginning, Lord Brahma created five types of coverings of the conditioned souls. That is tamas, tamishra, under tamishra, tamas, moha, and mahamoha. Prabhupada explains that tamishra refers to the covering of the living entity that induces him or her to anger. It's called tamishra. We see Daksha also became very angry with Lord Shiva, which led to him insulting him. And then the second covering, called Andatamishra, is due to the ignorance of thinking that life ends with this body. That when we die, that's the end. So in the mature world, majority people think like that. And then the third covering, tamas, refers to ignorance. What type of ignorance? Is ignorance of not knowing that we are spirit souls, which lead to moha or illusion. So this ignorance of not knowing that we are spirit souls leads to illusion, moha. I am this body. And then from that illusion, mahamoha, this is my country, this is my race. We become proud of bodily concept, which lead us to become more and more offensive and abusive in so many ways. It's just like Daksha. He was thinking, I'm Daksha. This man, Shiva, he lives in crematorium. He is always surrounded by hobgoblins. Actually, he's low class. And I've given my first class daughter. So, moha, moha. So that is how the living entity end up becoming a demon. So that's another point we can learn from these chapters. And then in text number 40 of the same chapter, Prabhupada, they says those who are aspiring or getting trained to be devotees, they should, he gives 4 qualities of the Aryans that they should try to take to these 4 qualities of the Aryan. One is that they, even though they worship the Supreme Lord. Number one, they worship the Supreme Lord. But they should also respect those who are advanced in knowledge, who are elders in knowledge. And they should also respect those who are actually devotees of the Lord. Number four, they should give respect also to those who are Aryans. It mentions four qualities of the Aryans. We see that here the problem is that they are covered by these five coverings. Tamishra, Anda Tamishra, Moha, Mahamoha. As a result of that, personalities like Daksha and many others, they commit offenses which lead to them becoming degraded. So these are certain things that we can pick up and learn from in the Bhagavatam so that we can progress. Prabhupada said, we worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but we also respect those who are elders or advanced in knowledge. We also respect those who are Aryans. We respect also those who are actual devotees of the Lord. So now who's an actually devotee of the Lord? Isn't it? So that is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verses 13 and 14, who are actually devotees of the Lord. The Lord said, Advaita sarva bhuttanam maitram karuna evacha nirmama nirahankara. That a person who is a kind friend to all living entities, who's free from, who's non-envious, who's free from envy, the mentality of being a proprietor of things, and also false ego. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. A similar statement also is in the Bhagavatam, chapter 4th canto, chapter 11, text number 13. There we found a similar statement. Titikshaya karunaya maitra chakila jantisu samatvena sarvatma bhagavan samprasidati. So this verse was spoken by Swayambhuva Mani to Dhruva Maharaj, who was busy killing so many yakshas because they had killed his brother. Dhruva Maharaj killed them in thousands. And then Swayambhuva Mani came and said, Dhruva Maharaj, what you are doing does not befit a devotee. Why? He says the Lord is pleased with the devotee when the devotee meet others with four things. One is compassion or mercy. Number two, equality. Number three is friendship. Number four is tolerance. Titikshaya, karunaya, maitra, chakila, jantisu. Sarvatma samatvena sarvatma bhagavan samprasidati. The Lord is pleased when someone meets others with these four things: mercy or compassion, tolerance, friendship, and equality. So in that way, those are actual devotees of the Lord. And Dhruva is told, you are not behaving like a devotee, and therefore you are not pleasing to the Lord. And then he stopped. So in that way, in a similar way here, what we can learn is how one, even though he may be a great personality, but he may behave like a non-Aryan or a demon. That's the difference. So as a result of that, Daksha was cast to take 2 beds in lower circumstances. So this is the message here. Another message is that we can see how the Prachetas, they followed this principle of respecting, receiving instructions. They received instructions from their father, and because of that they got the blessings of Lord Shiva, and then finally the blessings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now is 8:20. What's the time should we end the class? I didn't ask.
Usually
8:30. Okay, so you can ask questions. I hope I didn't confuse you or frighten you.
Thank you, Maharaj. It's very loud.
I just ask like this, maybe if it's okay for you. You can hear me like this, maybe I'll ask for that.
I can hear you, yes?
So thank you very much, ma'am. My question was relating to this fact you mentioned how Daksha, when he took birth again,
Yes.
he still took birth in an opulent family because he had the blessings and
Of Lord Shiva.
of Lord Shiva.
Yes.
And we also know that he took birth because he offended Lord Shiva also. So how do we understand that he took birth because of an offense, but still the blessings were there? Because in a way Lord Shiva was not displeased, therefore he had the blessings.
That's a good question. What happened was that he offended Lord Shiva during the Daksha Yagya, and the second time when he offended Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva was not there. Sati came to attend the Yagya because he was a wife of Lord Shiva. He offended Sati, and then Sati cremated herself in that Daksha Yagya to the anointment of her servants who have come. So immediately they attacked the Yagya. Of course, Lord Shiva got the news and he sent one big demon called Vilabhadra, who came and who was instructed by Lord Shiva to kill Daksha. So he came and killed Daksha, and then later on, when the Brahmanas went to appease Lord Shiva, and then he became pacified, and then he kind of like blessed those that were destroyed in the Yagya. So Daksha, because they cut off his head, and then he was given the head of a goat, and he came back to normal life with his intelligence intact. And then he realized his mistake, that actually he had committed a great offense to Lord Shiva, and then he offered prayers asking for forgiveness, and Lord Shiva forgave him. And that is why in this life, even though he had been offensive, he became opulent, because Lord Shiva forgave him and blessed him. Yes. Any other question?
It's a not very deep question, but I'm just wondering, where do all these pastimes take place? Some of them take place on, it seems like, on this planet, but Lord Shiva, where does it?
Daksha Yagya was on a higher planet. Some of these pastimes may happen here on the earth, depending on people involved, like Dhruva Maharaj. He was a king of the earth, so most of his pastimes were here on earth. But people like Daksha, they were kings in higher planets. Just like Indra is a king of heaven. So most of his pastimes happened in heaven. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you much. I asked a question to the verse we had 2 days ago, I think, when the Prachetas, they come out of the water and they get very angry and burn all the trees. So the question arose that how come that they are so angry? How can they, after meditating, getting the darshan of the Lord, be so angry?
Yes, at that time they had not gotten the darshan of the Lord. They just came out of water after many years. After 10,000 years underwater, they came out and got angry because the earth was overgrown by trees. And they were Kshatriyas, actually. They were not Brahmins. So when they came out and saw the land being overgrown by trees, they became angry. It's just the nature of Kshatriyas. Yes. So Kshatriyas, they kind of like, they are administrators. When they see that something is wrong in their administration, they get upset. Yeah, and start chastising. It's the nature of the Kshatriyas. Well, the reason why they did meditation, they were sent by their father to perform austerities so that they can procreate. Yes. So at that time, they were still Kshatriyas. They became different after meeting the Lord. By the time, they still have that nature of being Kshatriyas. Because they were sons of the king. They went to perform austerities to create progeny. Yes. But they got overly purified. So it's the nature of Kshatriyas, yes, to be angry, to want to chastise. It's part of that. Even if you read Bhagavad Gita, it says. Okay. Any other question? Okay, thank you very much for sharing the Bhagavatam with me. So I'll be here for a few days. I came here for the first time to Switzerland. Yeah. I always heard about Switzerland when I was living in England. It was like a Maha book distribution temple in Europe. I was in England in 1990, 91, 92. So Switzerland and Germany, they were our main competitors. That's why I just knew many Sankirtan devotees from Switzerland and Germany, but I've never been to Switzerland. So finally, I came to see that the glorious Zurich temple. Yeah, very nice. Very nice deities, very nice temple. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. climate is very different.
Yeah, yeah.
I come from sunny Africa to this rainy.
Yes, now it's very changing all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's warm, then it's cold, then it's snowing. Just a few days ago,
That's good.
everything. But now it's getting up.
Yeah.
Slowly. You coming from Africa now?
Yes. I came from Johannesburg.
Oh.
I live in Nairobi, Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm from South Africa by origin. Yeah, so I stay in Kenya.
And you're traveling a lot in Africa, maybe?
Yes. It's just that South Africa is big. I don't go to all parts of Africa.
Right. More the south.
Only, I mean, the East Africa and the Southern Africa. Yes.
Yeah, we have Sayo Sachiprabhu. He's coming here every year.
Ah.
He's from South Africa.
Yes, it's from South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Kitarian.
Yes. Yeah, we had big hard-ups with him.
Yeah.
Yes, Mara, so breakfast would be 4 to 9.
Okay.
I'll bring it to you.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think there's many other programs for today.
Yes.
You have a schedule, right? I think for the next few days. Or?
I don't remember. I have to check my.
Yes.
I think today is Harinama.
Yes, if you'd like to come, we'll be very happy.
I'll come.
We'll go into the lake. I mean, the weather stays, which it
Oh.
should. And we stay there for 2 hours, 4 to 6. So we leave like 3:30.
3:30. What do? You sit down.
Yeah, we sit down. We
Ah.
do some maybe prashad distribution, book distribution. So
Okay.
yeah, we're very happy.
There you go. Okay.
hier jetzt Vortrag und Titel ist die Messe. Sechs gibt es so einen Mantel-Meditationsworkshop, Tempelzeremonie im